Hey guys, Man here with another Megaship video for you guys. But before we start, I'd like to give a quick announcement. The org I run, Death Corp, is recruiting for new people. If you are interested in joining an organization, then why not check it out? I'll put a link to it in the description below. And yeah, feel free to give the page a read. Please do read the specifications on what we're looking for. We're only looking for full members. That's not affiliates. Only full members and people who are active and stuff like that. So yeah, no worries. Alright, so let's get on now with the video. And yeah, this video is on the Orion. Now, quickly before I start, specifications for a megaship has to be something big and large and does something like, pretty, like a really difficult job. The Terrapin is an example though for a megaship for one other reason. It may be small, but it is yet mighty because it's a dedicated ship to a certain role. The thing that makes it a megaship, though, is the fact of how versatile the ship is for its size. I mean, a Terrapin can go into almost any environment, but yeah, we'll talk about that another time. So, now, we'll jump straight onto the Orion. Well, with the Orion, the dedicated mining platform in Star Citizen, it's a really, really powerful ship. It's very versatile, it's an excellent mining vessel, and it's quite rugged too. So, let's get started in reading more about it. The Orion. Robert Space Industries' goal has always been to make the stars available to the individual citizen. Now, with the RSI Orion mining platform, the RSI is letting individuals take over the process formerly controlled by megacorporations. The Orion features include high-grade turret-mounted tractor beam arrays, plenty of mineral storage, and a cabin designed by the team that brought you the Aurora and the Constellation. So it could be quite cramped, guys, and it'll have a great field of view though, which is also pretty good. So let's read more about this vehicle. The RSI Orion is mankind's premier mining platform, fully compatible with the Mark IV remote mining devices and featuring an onboard refinery and a system of saddlebag-class storage units. For advanced mining operations, the RSI Orion is second to none. The Orion carries a crew of up to 6, responsible for flight operations, engineering, manning both turrets, and pre-installed drone interfaces. Onboard accommodations, while industrial and style, support all crew for extended duration mining runs. A genuine complete mining solution. A single Orion can locate, identify, and extract lucrative ores, or it can be paired with explorers and transports to form the centerpiece of a larger scale mining operation. Get to the core of the matter with the all-new RSI Orion. So yeah, you get the idea. The Orion is the huge mega mining vessel that is top of the line, state of the art type of thing here. The mining ship itself is actually quite big. I mean, it may not look too huge and like when you think about it, but if you were to actually fly past this thing, you'd realize this thing is actually absolutely massive and how big the ships in Star Citizen actually are going to be. So yeah, let's read more on its stats and things like that. Known specifications. Length 170 meters, beam 50 meters, height 50 meters, null cargo mass 5,400,000 kilograms. Cargo capacity 600 standard cargo units, that's SCU. Bulk ore capacity 16,288 standard cargo units. Max crew 6 persons. Max power plant size 6. Factory power plant is coming soon. Max engine primary thrusters 4 tier 6. Factory engine coming soon. Maneuvering thrusters 12 tier 3 thrusters. Max shield size 6, and the shield that it comes with is coming soon. Class 4 has 4 size 4 tractor beam mounts, and it has 4 size 1 flak guns. So that's pretty cool, have some flak weapons to deter fighters and things like that from getting too close. And a Class 1 size 6 mining laser. That's pretty awesome. So, now let's discuss the roles that you'll have on board something like an Orion. So, obviously there is a pilot, of course. He navigates the ship. While this sounds straightforward, in practice it is often more challenging, as impacting an asteroid can seriously damage the player's ship. And asteroids with the most attractive resource compositions are often deep within a asteroid field. pilots make the final call as to which individual asteroid warrants the most immediate attention, often choosing from an array of possible targets identified via the scanning process. They also determine whether to remain in that fixed position around an asteroid throughout the excavation process, or adopt a more active role, gradually rotating around a selected asteroid and thus giving the beam operator a better opportunity to find and extract valuable pockets of buried ore. Many asteroids are filled with dangerous materials that under the right conditions can blow the asteroid to pieces, increasing the value of, like a good pilot that can quickly navigate the ship to a safe distance, even when the warning time is minimal. So that could be pretty cool, you're mining away and then you hit, say, a gas pocket and the asteroid explodes and it showers the ship in chunks of ore and things, and you have to get out of there before they cause serious damage to the vessel. So let's have a look at the next role aboard the ship here. So, the Scan Operator. The Scan Operator is responsible for injecting a Remote Material Analysis Package, a RMAPS, into a nearby asteroid that, upon success, immediately begins sending telemetry data back to the pilot and Scan Operator, informing them as to the asteroid's precise material composition. Depending upon the ship and its associated hardware, anywhere from several dozen to hundreds of RMAP-equipped manually guided missiles may reside upon a mining vessel. Upon selection of an asteroid, the center of mass is automatically calculated, and the Scan Operator begins the process of gradually scanning for a suitable RMAP insertion point. This is a multifaceted process involving search for a section of surface geometry orientated that its perpendicular traverses the center of mass or somewhere close to it. The operator receives feedback on the angular difference, but it's ultimately their call as to whether a given site is good enough or not. Once an insertion point has been selected, the location, optimal injection orientation are displayed, and the Scan Operator may launch a RMAP-equipped missile. The missile's thrust and guidance systems are manually controlled, the objective being to impact the asteroid at the precise point and with the exact orientation dedicated via the previous step. The distance from the computer-specified injection point, deviation from the optimal angle-based material of the asteroid, and final impact velocity ultimately determine whether an injection is successful or not. One interesting aspect of this particular effort is that the confidence of the Scan Operator plays a significant role. The more optimal the insertion point selected, which typically takes more time to achieve, the larger the error can be in the subsequent missile guidance stage, and still achieve a successful insertion. More skilled operators, therefore, will often be willing to accept even a mediocre insertion site so that they may quickly proceed to the next stage. Confident in their ability to hit the precise location at the specified speed and angle such that they'll be doing is such that they'll be able to achieve success. So basically, if the Scan Operator, they fire the missile, they get it on there perfectly, every time, then they'll get confident to try more difficult angles and things like that until they become like an expert at this. So yeah, this is a very interesting role, the Scan Operator, so let's jump on to the next one. Analytic Materials Processor. The mining beam is equipped with a high-energy scanning probe called the Analytical Materials Processor that provides constant feedback as to what type of materials lie beneath the surface, within range of the probe and in a specified direction. Each material identified as is the price indented on the horizon bar graph, replete with the information regarding the depth at which it can be found and the approximate quantity. Cargo Operator. The Cargo Operator utilizes a console on the bridge of the ship that allows them to monitor a camera mounted within the forward-facing input port. From a vantage point, the Cargo Operator can view the impact area of the mining beam, as well as the various asteroid fragments that are broken apart from the parent body and ejected out into space. The input port contains a powerful crusher that quickly reduces any incoming asteroid fragments into rubble and stores them in the attached cargo modules for transport or on ships with the integrated refinery subsequent process into their purified elemental forms. The Cargo Operator directs a targeting cursor towards the fragments of interest, with an integrated fragment scanner similar to the analytical material processor utilized on the beam operator, providing immediate feedback in regard to the fragment's precise composition. In this manner, the operator is able to get a quick sense as the value of the fragment, whether it is worth attempting to guide it into the input port or whether it contains little any value, best avoid so as to preserve precious cargo space or time-consuming refining effort. The fragment scanner also displays the object's mass, trajectory, and velocity. The cargo operator controls a attractor and repulsor beam generators typically mounted just within the outside input port of the magnitude of the force generated by each can be precisely controlled as to allow for intricate modification and control of a fragment's trajectory. The cargo operator's display allows for such viable magnification zoom that is necessary, since the attractive and repulsive forces that are applied at the precise location donated by the targeting cursor. Application of force to the fragment's extremity will typically result in a generating of rotation on the object rather than any significant change in direction. Thus, considerable skill, including the ability to quickly estimate a object's approximate center of mass, is required in order to efficiently apply forces and guide fragments along a desired path. Now, basically a short version of that would be to say, with this cargo operator's position, you'll have a camera and you'll be able to guide chunks towards the giant grinding drills on the front of the vehicle and into the cargo bay. You'll be able to determine whether something is of value or if it's not. And yeah, you'll have to hit these things dead on with a tractor or a repulsor beam to get them to come towards the drills. If you hit it poorly, you can just send it spinning out of control and have it fly away, or worse, have it fly towards the ship in a dangerous trajectory. So yeah, let's move on to the next one here. So, Refinery Operator. The position of Refinery Operator only exists on mining ships that contain the integrated refinery. Refineries allow raw ore to be gradually converted into their purified component forms, with the undesirable elements being ejected back out into space in the form of dust. Purified materials consume a small fraction of the storage space of their unrefined counterparts, which is a particular concern when dealing with low-quality asteroid fields that possesses valuable elements only in highly diffused forms, or whether attempting to minimize the number of return trips back to the trading or storage facility. A refinery operator controls the routing of ore variety of specialized processor units, each of which has a different role to play in the separation of materials from one another. Operator errors in such refinement processes can cause sensitive equipment to fail, stalling the conversion process and costing valuable time until the affected item is replaced, typically with the surplus parts stored in the ship's inventory. Basically, if something breaks, you'll have a bunch of spare parts on hand to replace or fix it. You gotta think of it like this with mining drills. Drills wear out, parts break down. It's gonna happen within a mining ship. And with the refinery operator, you have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuff broken or jammed up and things like that. And it's gonna cost valuable time and credits. All of the positions may be helmed by either NPCs or players, and with more experienced NPCs performing their duties in superior fashion, but usually at the expense of demanding higher monthly salaries. So if you want to buy the mining ship here, you gotta take this into mind that it's basically a team effort. It's like owning a oil rig. You have to know what you're doing. You have to have people of various skill sets. And this is a very interesting ship indeed, because these are totally non-combat roles, and they're very technical. They're very you have to really think about what you're doing and stuff like this. So yeah, it's a very awesome ship for the variety of roles that it houses. So yeah, guys, I hope that gives you a rounded idea of the Orion and the jobs that you will need to do on board this ship. It's a very awesome vessel. As you can see, it's a very technical vessel too. It's big as well. It's everything on board it is there for a reason. It's got no extra bits and pieces, you know what I mean, that are unnecessary to dazzle and make it look pretty. But no, everything there is functional. And the crew that you have on board this thing, you're going to have a lot of faith in. And yeah, this is a very important multi-crew ship. This is something you really can't do alone. So yeah, if there's a group of you out there who want to do some mining, or you're part of an organization, you own a mining ship, then yeah, you'll have a lot of fun with this thing. If you do own a mining ship, or you would like to be part of this mining process, Death Corp right now is looking for more people that are interested in the mining profession of Star Citizen. So feel free to join the org, give it our front page a read, as I said earlier in the video, and check us out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You know the drill, commanders. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and don't forget to vote, guys. Remember, type the name of the ship followed by the word next in brackets in the comments below of this video. So yeah, make sure it's a mega ship, guys, so no fighters and things like that. We just want to focus on the large industrial vessels. I will be doing a separate series, guys, for fighters and things like this. I was thinking of doing a video series on dropships and things like that. So yeah, let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Alright guys, catch you later. Fly safe.